So good morning friends, this is Sunil from Department of Human Resource Management. So now today's topic is corporate social responsibility. So now we'll go for corporate social responsibility, unit 1. So what is corporate social responsibility? The definition of corporate social responsibility is defined, can be defined as the company's sense of responsibility towards the community and the environment in which it operates both in ecological and social way. So corporate social responsibility stands for mainly three-piece approach. So the three pieces are defined for people, uh, profit, people, planet. So once the company is a profit-making company, they automatically reinvest the whatever the amount which was serving to the society. So people-oriented, and then the people will always these three dimensions are very important. The society is developed. For every individual development leads to the organizational development and societal development and nation development. So corporate social responsibility basically to eradicate poverty and feed the hungry, provide health and wealth facilities and education free facilities. So companies can fulfill these responsibilities through waste and pollution processes by contributing educational and social programs, by being environmentally eco-friendly, and by undertaking activities of similar nature. Corporate social responsibility is increasing reputation of a company's brand name among its customers and society. For example, Starbucks company. So normally Starbucks used to serve coffee. So the coffee shop. So the same coffee shop which was established in European companies and US and other countries. So they also established a subsidiary in Mumbai. So if you go to the Mumbai and you will have a Starbucks coffee, so the same kind of environment, so which was being drawn from drawn from other European countries. So like Johnson and Johnson. So the way of the people who are working for Johnson and Johnson companies, so the lifestyle of the company and the people engaged in how they are engaged in, so like all these things, so they are willingly giving for the corporate social responsibility funds to the society. So Mahindra and Mahindra, so many other companies like Dredging Corporation of India, so it has been collaborated with the joint venture between Visakhapatnam Port Trust and the Dredging Corporation Limited. Normally, in the month of before rainy season, they used to clear the sea suds, sea sand removal from the. So there is a huge project. The crores of amount invested for Visakhapatnam beach to dredge the on a sea surge processes. Corporate Social Responsibility under Companies Act 2013. So Companies Act 2013 formulated Section 135 under the mandatory forms to fulfill their corporate social responsibility. So normally we have an act called Corporate Social Responsibility Act in the under the Companies Act. So Companies Act it was enacted in the year of 1956. So with that section under the 135, so there is a mandatory forms to fulfill the corporate social responsibility. So whatever the company they are willing to give funds to the society, so there are some criteria out there. So the act applicability of the act is net worth of 500 crore or more, turnover rate of 1000 crore, net profit of 5 crores or more, on average profits of last 3 years, corporate social responsibility committee. So it also constitutes a corporate social responsibility committee. So out of the profits, they spend 2% of the average net profits on CSR activities. So corporate social responsibility in 1953, the World Bank emphasizes to give back to the society whatever the profit they earn from the customers. So that should be given to the customers for the sake of nation development or social development or societal development. So corporate social responsibility also constitutes a committee. CSR committee constitution. So under the section 135 Companies Act 1956 shall constitute a corporate social responsibility committee of the board consisting of 3 directors, 1 director independent charge, foreign committee at least 2 persons, one must be an Indian resident, and so there are some, not every company is giving funds to the society. Only those who are having, there is a criteria, the 5,000, it must be a 5,000 crore company, so that the turnover has to generate 1,000 crores. So out of the 1,000 crores, they need to get the profit of 5 crores. So out of the 5 crores, they need to spend 2% of the funds of the out of the profits. So there are some unlisted companies are there. Pan India companies are there, unlisted companies are there. So there is an exemption for unlisted companies. So there is no requirement to recruit a director, or there is no, that means there is no CSR is mandatory for, if they want to give willingly, they can give for the sake of national development. Corporate Social Responsibility Committee continues monitoring the program's activity and project activity and also recommends policy to the board. So, significance of corporate social responsibility. So, there were 17 Navaratna companies are there. So, with the 10,000 crore turnover and 1,000 crores profit making companies, this status started giving in the year of 1997, July. 5% net profit can be taken, individual decision. Example, so Bharat Electrical Limited, Bharat Petroleum Corporation Limited, Hindustan Petroleum Corporation Limited, multinational multinational companies, and NMDC, Hindustan Aeronautical Limited, so etc. These are the companies under the purview of the Navaratna companies. So it is also how it has been classified into Navaratna companies, Mini Ratna companies, and Maharatna companies. So Mini Ratna companies are 6 so far. So the Mini Ratna companies also, they are giving the corporate social responsibility funds. So Maharatna companies are 7 so far in India. So industrial sector started giving in the year of 2009 December onwards. So like Coal India Limited, IOCL, NTPC, ONGC, SAIL, GAIL, BHEL, etc. With 25,000 crores turnover, so whoever is investing the huge companies are there, 25,000 crores turnover, NTPC like Coal India Limited, ONGC, so SAIL, Steel Authority of India Limited, so GAIL, BHEL, Bharat Heavy Electricals Limited. So likewise companies, they have a turnover at 25 crores turnover. So with 5,000 crores profit making companies are to be called Maharatna companies. So these are the criteria for the Mini Ratna, Maharatna, and Navaratna companies. So all these companies, whatever we have discussed, all these companies were contributing corporate social responsibility activities, paying back to the society. So what they earn with the 2% out of their profits. So not only these companies, along with there is a lot of multinational companies also participating for the social responsibility activities. Global companies like Pepsi, Coca-Cola, Johnson and Johnson, Starbucks, so Mahindra and Mahindra company, and Dr. Reddy's. So likewise, other companies also follow the corporate social responsibility. So advantages and disadvantages of corporate social responsibility. So what are the advantages and disadvantages? Now we are going to discuss about in this slide. So improving the brand image. So whoever the company or whatever the company is, they are willing to contribute the corporate social responsibility funds. Automatically, the brand image will increase. For example, so if any due to the pandemic situation, now we are facing that. So due to the any sorts of natural calamities, if somebody came and they gave huge amount, automatically to what will happen? So then the brand image will increase. So if it is an individual person, that person will be mainly focused, and if it is a company, that company will focus so that the people can invest. There is a lot of opportunity people can reliable that company will become a reliable company. People can invest, they can choose, their own products, so they can transform their previous company products, the company products. So automatically brand, there is no need of the publicity also. Increased attraction and retention programs. So, if you are going for a recruitment process, so that gives some sort of job security. The people who are working for that company, so that stands for the quality and quantity of the person's life. So the ethical values and all these things will come under the recruitment, retailing, and retention programs. So employee engagement and performance, their performance levels are always keeps on high. So there is no need to worry for the company management. So positive publicity. So once the company is offering CSR funds, so automatically public domain will automatically appreciate that company. So they have a positive mind attitude towards the company. Generation of clean and renewable energy. So if you want to renewable energy, if you want to go for a sophisticated technology, so as per the industrial standing orders, you need to give 21 days before notice. In the same way, the generation of new ideas is based upon the employees. So for every individual person have a different kind of skills and abilities. That skills and abilities will be useful for the future generation. That means renewable energy. So what you are converting into the uh, energy levels to the renewable energy, and the attitude and skills and abilities. So that means knowledge, skills and ability that will be converted to the future generation purpose. For example, Dr. Reddy's is not only designing so drugs to the local company and also for the global also. For so their slogan is think globally and act locally, or act locally or think globally. So it is also one of the major factors, the advantages, attracts more capital inflow from various sources. So when the company is going for a shares, so automatically they'll get a share. Their share value is always high when compared to the other companies, because they have a brand image, they have a good quality, and they have their people are very energetic. So when we are introducing sophisticated technology, whatever it may be, so automatically when you are going for CSR activities, the entire things are changed. So becomes pioneer in marketing segments. So these are the main advantages. So now we'll also talk about the dark side of the corporate social responsibility, resistance from shareholders. So if you keep on giving out of the 2% of the profits, so shareholders is always fluctuates. That means their shares also fluctuates, depends upon the market situations. So customer conviction. So the customer conviction, their thinking capacity, their brand image, their production levels are their production levels are very increase in cost of production also. So if you are going for corporate social responsibility, you are spending a lot of amount in lots of money through in the form of CSR activities. So you also, the more CSR, you will get a more production or more sales. So the less CSR, you will get less sales and less production. So corporate social responsibility and sustainable growth. Corporate accountability. So one must be accountable for their own duties and responsibilities. And responsible investment. So you need to take a wise decision while going for investment. So you need to study the entire market segment. So then only invest the structure. So if you the company which having the brand name and image in the society, so no need to worry about their amount, whoever is investing the amount. So responsible business. So whatever the business you have established, so that business should be followed from ethical point of view or legal point of view. So everything will need to be a responsible person. So corporate sustainability and corporate citizenship. So this corporate citizenship is also called as corporate social responsibility, and creating shared values and triple bottom line. So people, profit, planet. So these three things are, if you keep it in your mind, then you're going for corporate social responsibility. So corporate responsibility and sustainability and environmental and societal and government issues. So top reasons for CSR activities in India: employees demand company to be socially responsible. Consumers expect better business practices. Customer corporate social responsibility creates competitiveness among the workforce. Immunity and team spirit. It also develop not only improve the competitive immunity in a healthy way. We have competition and team spirit. It develops team spirit. It boosts employee morale. So everything comes when you are going for corporate CSR activities. Capitalism is evolving nowadays. Everybody is there is a lot of money is investing in the huge amounts of money is investing towards the industrialization. So capitalism, whoever is wants to invest, the capitalists, so they are ready to invest, but they are struggling for the right man for the right job. There is no there are people for example say, so there is a lot of software industries are there, a lot of opportunities are there, but when it comes to the recruitment process, if you go for engineering colleges, people will not have sufficient skills. So they are lacking the skills. So the where they are lacking, they need to identify where they are lacking. So they must hone the skills for required skill set is required for corporate world. CSR is a moral imperative also. So development goals for corporate social responsibility. So there are some points are there. There may be 14 points are there. So the main intention for the corporate social responsibility to eradicate poverty. So half of the planet is they are starving for food. So most of the cities or most of the countries, if you go to the Dubai, they are wasting the food. If you go to the Ethiopia and Eritrea, there are people have been starving. They are dying because of the there is a shortfall of the food. The same way, one side of the world they are enjoying everything, and another side of the world they are starving for the food. So, so good health and well-being sake. So, corporate social responsibility aims for to provide good health for their entire workforce, and not only for individual development, they also for once the individual is developed, their family should be developed. Their family should develop, and for every individual development leads to the organizational development, and organizational development leads to the societal development. So quality education. If you provide quality education, the future generation um, um, will take care of the world. So gender equality and so equal pay for equal work. So equal remuneration for both men and women. So clean water and sanitation facilities and affordable and clean communication should be there in the organization. So if whether you following the grapevine communication, formal communication, informal communication, so whatever it may be, so responsible consumption and production, industry innovation and infrastructure, reduced inequalities, life on land, so climatic action, life below water, and peace, justice, and strong institutions. So there are mainly four dimensions of corporate social responsibility. So discretionary responsibilities contribute to the community and equality of life. Ethical responsibility. So one must be an ethical person. So do what is right and avoid harm to the for any circumstances you will not harm to the other people. So legal responsibility. Once you obey the law, so incline to the policies and procedures, whatever the framed by the organization. So you, at any cost, you need to follow the rules and regulations followed by the HR department. Economic responsibilities. Be a profitable person and equitable share to the other organisms. If you take it in Japan and China, so they have a, so normally in India and other developing countries, people used to work for wages or salaries, so on a monthly basis. So in there, so whatever the amount capitalists are invested, so everybody will become a shareholder of the company. That time everybody will become a responsible person. So with this, I am concluding the CSR activity Unit 1. So thank you very much for patiently listening to all these slide shows. Once again, from the bottom of my heart, I would like to thank everyone.